who do we have in there? We've got an electronic lock, it just opens with a touch of a button. Oh, hi Irina!
Hi there! I've heard you have made a cool design.
Irina is finally arrived to see our interior. But for a quick start, we just came through the main door, right? And what do you think's in there?
One more room, maybe?
We'll show you what's in there later. Now let's go this way. Come on in!
Oh, very nice.
This is the living room, where we've got a nice view of the city, and right now, some Mercury company ads. That's where the Borgs ad used to be, right in front of our windows. We even have a telescope right there, and you can look for something interesting with it. Irina has opened a production of cabinet furniture, makes all sorts of cabinets, kitchens, and now we will teach her how to make premium kitchens.
Okay.
Look at this cabinet. It's an expensive Italian cabinet from Misura Emme, and it's a total turd.
It's not a bad start of a lesson.
These glass doors cover our TV. Try to open them without leaving any fingerprints at them.
I'm strong, I can do it.
Imagine doing this all the time and these windows can't be cleaned properly from the inside.
Oh, that's right.
I was completely shocked that Italians actually did this crap. We'll never go to Misura Emme again, but that was bad. And on top of that, this cabinet came in with some really big flaws. It's Italian, right? Look at this. There's a weld, it's fallen off. In every drawer, in this metal drawer, there's white dust. One front, it has scratches on the hull. You'll have to order a restoration for this too. On the other facade, there's white paint. It won't come off. And here there's a crack going. Crazy! We restored practically everything, all the knots, everything was scratched. We just had to work hard, we were exhausted. Oh, but it's not all bad for Italians. This whole set is polyform. The sofa is polyform as well. How much do you think it costs?
30,000?
25, it's not that much. There's a huge column there. Because of that, we just had to extend this wall. And to avoid putting the couch against the wall. As you know, it is much better when you have some extra space behind the sofa. That makes the whole interior more spacious. That's why there's a special shelf and you can place something on it. It gives the feeling that there's something else behind the sofa. We have a painting here. It also gives that vibe of an extra space. And here on the ceiling you can see the ventilation. And these are the track lights as well. The ventilation and track lights are visually the same as they are close to each other. These are the built-in track lights. They look nice and minimalistic. We usually install these little spotlights to light up some elements of the interior, like the plant here. And this, by the way, it's not a real plant. These are all artificial plants, but they look so impressive and real.
Oh, they know how to do it.
You've already seen all these things. It's a shadow gap at the ceiling. I made a video about the shadow gap in this apartment. We have shadow gaps everywhere.
I didn't notice it until you say it, but it affects the whole picture, the whole impression.
You don't seem to feel it at first, that's right. But the shadow gaps affect the impression of the whole space very much. You can go into the kitchen from the left or the right. We have a lot of columns in this tower, so we had to make these extra walls. This is our main spacious kitchen, and these are the copper fronts.
I've heard something about the spraying paint, or it's a real copper.
Well, try to touch it. It's not real copper, of course. It's a patina paint. It has a copper effect. We painted it on purpose, and one of these panels was painted by myself.
Wow. It's almost impossible to do that with paint.
Yes, the patina is not solid. It is denser at some parts. It's like imitating the real copper very accurately. It's copper for a reason, because there's a Mercury tower, a copper planet tower in the window. We have just such a copper corner. The kitchen is already Russian-made. We do not like Italian. It takes 135 working days to produce a kitchen in Italy. Can you imagine? You've already seen these things. It is the Iliga hood. It has a rotor like this inside. This is ventilation.
This is the first time I've seen it in person. It works well, isn't it?
Yes, it works just amazing. I've checked it many times. You put a pan, you fry something, and the air is sucked in here.
What is that?
Speak louder.
Misha. Misha! Misha! You lift it up, I guess?
Yeah.
Sockets.
Yes, it's a socket block. This thing is specially raised so that when you put the wire in, the wire sticks out. But this thing, it's for the kettle, for the island, anything you can put here on the island. You put the sockets down, it's fine. But if you put some kind of a phone charger in here,
You can't put it down.
you can't put it down because it's big.
Okay.
The kitchen island is really big, it is so beautiful and it is really comfortable. The first day when the owners arrived, we met them and there were 10 guests all hanging out here behind this island. Here we have, as everyone has already got used to, a faucet for 2 pips so that there are both regular water and clean water, and we have a reverse osmosis filter inside there.
There are some cool shelves inside.
We have a specialist who's planning all the household stuff like this to make life a bit easier for the owners. There's very little free space, it's rarely used, that's why we need to put some extra shelves in here. Where do you think the refrigerator is?
At first I thought it should be next to the oven. Probably here.
But there's only one fridge that can fit next to the oven, and we've got 2 fridges.
It couldn't be wrong, yeah?
Yes, because these built-in refrigerators, they are always smaller than the separate ones, and one fridge is just not enough for a large family. Look at this right here. It may look like it's just the end of the cabinet, but it's actually...
It opens up. It's also been filed at 45 degrees.
If we hadn't filed it at 45 degrees, there'd be a piece of board sticking out, either here or here, on some side sticking out.
Spoiling it.
Actually, it is a big family apartment for 6 people, 160 square meters of space in here.
There's no dining table at all?
Yeah, no dining table at all, can you imagine? Because first of all, it's really cool to sit here at the island, and there's still a room for a dining table. We left it here on purpose. It would fit a dining table if needed, but the guys are saying they don't need it at all. They're totally fine. On the contrary, it's a nice open place. They have little kids, they run back and forth, they don't knock over the dining table at least.
The view is crazy. The space feels so vast, almost like a little model of the city in front and you're looking at it. There's even a helipad on one of the towers I see.
You can't fly here by helicopter though, but the place is there of course.
There's a helipad, but you can't fly here. Cool anyway.
Shall we go to the bedroom? Let's go. Straight, yeah. Here we've got, don't be alarmed, down here we've got, see, this is a magnetic stop, it goes up, you just throw the door at it and it stops.
And you just pull it back?
Yes, there's 2 doors here for example, and they're resting here. And so that they do not hit each other, we put these pips and they are on the passage, but they don't strain the leg in any way of course. All the doors on the outside are hidden, but on the inside they have this box. And only in these doors, when you close the door, you can't see the box anymore. Usually there's a bump like this, a couple of centimeters in the box itself. That's the only door that doesn't have that. Okay, well, this is our bedroom.
I can't fail to mention the beautiful bed.
The beautiful bed. It's the Archetipo, auto reverse.
I now understand all the girls in your reviews, why they are so running around. You actually get a thrill when you see all this beauty live.
Look, these are the swords we have. These are Italian lamps, very cool texture. And look at this milling, how beautifully done here. Let's guess what this material is.
Tile?
This is Porcelonos air slate tile. Well, you can't tell it's tile. It looks just like wood. This is the cabinet we have. We made it based on Polyform. Polyform can't do it to the ceiling. They have a limit of 270 or 290 centimeters, but we have a higher ceiling here. We had to make a very similar cabinet to the Polyform one, so we did it. We even have lights installed in it. It looks really cool in the evening. You can see a little bit of the silhouette of what's hanging there. It's a really cool looking cabinet. It's looking very stylish. You can't see the mess inside. You can see that there's something hanging. That's all. On this side we have a TV. It's a Samsung The Frame. This is the new one that we're putting in our interiors right now. The thing about this TV is that it's right up against the wall. It's very thin. It has shadow gap. If the wall here is crooked, here it's flat. But sometimes the shadow gap curve hides all these irregularities. But in general, the TV is called The Frame because you can make it into a picture. It's got magnetic strips around the edges and it turns the TV into a frame. They also have a picture subscription and you can set different pictures on there of your choice. It's a nice feature. And the TV costs ordinary money. They didn't put a price on it at all. It's a regular QLED. It costs about $1,000. Not $3,000, not $5,000, not $10,000, as usually these thin TVs might cost. Oh, look at that. How about this one?
Oh yeah.
That's real leather, solid, thick leather. It's polyform.
Such details.
Italian, of course. No one in Russia makes furniture like this.
I just invented my furniture.
No, you can't steal. But in general, you should learn, of course. Italy is very cool. They've been making luxury for a long time, and you can learn from them. What do you think of the Arflick chair?
I need to sit?
Sit down, yes, because when my friend sat down for the first time, I remember he was like, oh, it's so uncomfortable.
It's time for him to lose weight.
It's the coolest chair. I sat on it myself. It was fine.
Very soft.
Shall we move on?
To be honest, I don't want to. Can I sit a little longer?
Come on, it will be fun.
Yeah, you promise?
100%. It's one of my favorite baths.
Wow.
Here we have a bathtub, and this is an Antonio Lupi sink.
It's insane, stunning. These sinks are crazy, and it matches with my outfit. It actually fits me really well.
Here, if you notice, there's no tubes and all of this stuff, right? Where do you think it is?
I'm thinking, what's missing? Well, nothing for me.
Where do you think all the tubes should be?
Hidden, I guess.
Yeah, because we have very minimalistic mirrors. You can't put any horizontal shelves in here. Very minimalistic sinks as well. There's no place to put anything. Where do you think we should put everything?
I know you're masters of hidden shelves.
Well, everything goes inside here. There's a space behind the mirror. That's where you put everything. All the tubes are here. Here we have the hairdryer. Here we have the tubes, and all the other tubes are up there. And if you need some tubes like toothbrush and something like that for everyday usage, you can put everything here. Here it's always beautiful, and it's always in one specific place. We've defined a small square, and here you can put no more than a few tubes. You've noticed that there's no toilet here.
Not yet.
Where is it then?
Looks like the cabinet idea. Extends to this zone too.
Yeah, we got the toilet here, and we've deliberately painted this door right here. It's not tinted, as you may think, it's painted. So that you, first of all, when you're inside, you can't see me. Yeah, coming in. You'd have a hard time with that, trust me.
Can't see either, I guess. From that side.
You can't see from all sides, here and there. Because that's actually my story. I went to a public bathhouse once, and there was a tinted door at the toilets, and then this happens. A dude comes in, takes off his underpants, and oh my, I can see everything.
Misha's got a trauma.
And I'm like, dude, what the? In the toilet, we never tint doors. We paint them so that there is nothing to be seen at all. But the right door.
I lived in Amsterdam once in a prison hotel, and there were no doors at all.
Problems? Yeah, a little bit. And this is our shower. Our client said it's the most comfortable shower he's ever had. Here we have this Boca line shelf on the wall. It fits everything that needs to be fit in here. We have a very important story here. Women often don't like this overhead shower because when you're taking an overhead shower, you always have to wash your head, right?
Oh yeah.
And they don't always want to wash their heads. That's why we have the story. You put it like this, it hits you right in the chest.
I wanted to ask you first, is there any water in here?
The water doesn't stand here, of course, because there are special stripes at the bottom.
The quality is great, I approve it.
Of course it is. And there's this door. Try going inside for a minute. I'll see a little silhouette on this side when the lights are completely out, but on that side,
When you're taking a shower,
it's a real thrill to see this whole view.
that is stunning.
It seems like all of that are just tiny little things.
Misha, it's not just the little things.
Why paint this toilet door, for instance? You can't really see through it anyway, some may say. But when you're sitting inside and you can see something, you're uncomfortable. And if you can't see anything, you know that nobody can see you from the outside as well. Someone has already decided to test a bathtub.
Don't spread the word.
Well, like I said, bathtubs should definitely be tested yourself because not all bathtubs are comfortable. Well, this is the comfortable one.
Definitely.
This is a good bathtub Nokin from Parcelanosa. And we have all these faucets here. It's all Nokin from Parcelanosa. You can also notice, by the way, it's metal faucet itself. And this thing here, it's plastic, and the tube is also rubber. First of all, it won't hit the bathtub and scratch it. And this story, if it's metal, it will also scratch the bathtub.
And it makes a nasty sound.
Yes, yes.
I want to emphasize the panels.
It's not panels, it's a natural stone, it's slate.
I think once I've seen how they are made. You roll it up in a kind of resin and then you peel it off.
Like a depilation, when someone just rips the thing off and what's left is what's left.
Misha, depilation is shaving and hair removal is called epilation.
Oh, I don't know that much, sorry. So it is an actual piece of slab on the wall, the real stone at your bathroom. That is impressive. Come on, let's see more.
Is there somewhere else to go?
Well, of course.
We have another room.
Remember, 6 people live in here. Open the door. It's the kids' room. Our kids' room is the cutest. It's very wide, so spacious, has a huge window and probably the best view in the whole apartment. This room is actually made for a lot of kids.
A lot of kids?
In general, this apartment, it is not for permanent residents. You just have to come here once in a while. Sometimes 4 kids come here, so there is this bed that is completely crazy. Look at it. How it is made.
It's awesome.
It's probably the best kids' bed and it's got these colorful sides. You can curve these sides one side down or up as you want. So, when we bend it, it's easy to get in here, and on the other side you have a kind of, well, coziness is created.
It is cozy, yeah, and some more. It feels like the kids won't fall out, I guess. Safe and comfort.
Here in the whole apartment we have a smart house. These curtains here can close automatically, or they close with these keys here. Or you can just pull the curtain. Let's pull it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. It is on its way.
All right, we've got to save the bear.
These are actually very useful because there's a huge amount of glazing here, and if the sun gets in here, it gets really, really hot. I mean, really hot. Okay, let's stop it. If the sun starts to get hot, it's a real pain in the neck. So I recommend if you buy an apartment with panoramic windows, it's much better to buy it on the north side because the open sun really burns everything out.
I'm thinking now that the windows don't open.
Yeah, the windows don't open here. You can see a stripe like this here.
I thought that was a light, but is that a hood?
Yeah, that's the hood. It's a slotted hood. It looks like a track on the ceiling.
I also wanted to add that I hate kids' rooms because usually it's some sort of colorful, obscure, and tasteless space. And this, on the contrary, is just like a grown-up kid's room.
Ah, look, the bear is sitting on the sofa from Flexform. It can also be disassembled and turned into a 2-sides bed for the kids.
I'm thinking, how 4 kids are placed in here?
There is actually a room for 4 kids.
Rest a bit, bear.
And over there, look, we have a door over there too.
There's a door there, right.
What's in there?
Yeah.
Hello?
Hello, it's a food delivery.
Can you come up?
The pass is required, it seems.
They won't let you instead? We'll be waiting for an hour for the pass.
Sure, that's the Moscow City Towers.
All right, I'll go down there now. And where are you standing there?
Near the groceries.
The groceries? Yeah, okay, I'll be right there.
One person, elevator starts.
He doesn't have a passport? How he would come in? What a misfortune.
He may come down to the reception and there.
But he has no passport with him. Oh, a photo of a passport. They said it'll do. Only imagine winter here. You got to be like fully clothed and go down to get your delivery all the time? What's the point of like making a delivery if you can buy everything at the groceries downstairs anyway? A blue car? I don't see it. I'm standing right here in front of the groceries. This way? Oh, I see it. I see it. So, what? How do you drag it now? What is this? He has just unloaded right at the road, but I can't. I can't fit it all in. Vova, you'll have to take one bag after all. You know, I love living in these city towers. The service is off the charts. You know, I'm like a seller of some sort. I bought the goods and now I'm trying to sell it to get my profit. And over there, look, we have a door over there too.
There's a door there, right.
What's in there?
Yeah.
It's a pantry.
What? A pantry?
I just wanted to say that when you're planning your own apartments, you should have some kind of pantry, a technical room, for a dryer, a washer, a vacuum cleaner. We've always got a Dyson standing there charging. We have an ironing board in there. Everything has to be stored somewhere. So this pantry room is a must. Let's move on.
Everything's so ergonomic.
Look how huge these curtains are. Over 10 meters of curtains, and they fold up.
So compact.
Very compact, yes. It's a huge, heavy curtain, but compact.
It's so heavy I can barely lift it up.
Of course, it's lined on both sides so that no light gets in at all. Here, by the way, there is a cool thing here. These are our special light beams on tracks. We put those all around the hallway. It's actually cool for evening lighting, for night lighting, when you don't have to turn on all the lights. You can just turn these beams on and it's wonderful.
There's also a guest bathroom around, right?
She knows everything.
I'm the guest, I should know.
Yeah, here we've got air slate all around, which is Porcelanosa stone veneer. And you can even cover the doors. See, the door is fully paneled too. And it's the same material on the inside.
It's really cool that the sink is built with the same material as the floor.
It's actually both cool and problematic. We made a little bit of a miscalculation with this faucet here. This faucet is installed atop of this stone shelf. The faucet has a problem. It's very sensitive to water pressure. You turn the pressure up a little bit, it starts spitting, it starts splashing. And so because of the angle of the tile, the faucet spits up. We're solving this problem now. Maybe we'll have to change the sink, put in a more standard one. Turns out this one is beautiful, but unstable at the same time. This wall could have been left out. I planned it on purpose so you couldn't see the toilet from here. And when you walk in, all you see is beautiful things. You see the bathtub, you see the decor, you see a very nice sink right here, but you don't see the toilet. And the toilet is inside. We made a wall like this, basically. It's an MDF cabinet that hides all the utilities. It looks really nice. We're right back where we started. Yeah, this is the hallway. We have a big mirror here. It's a bokeh selfie. Well, you already know why it is called selfie. The best selfies in the world is made with it. Look how elegant it looks. We have these little lights here. If you turn the lights off, it lights up for you when you come in so you can see the path. We have these little outlets everywhere. Here behind the wall, here on the wall, there. It just plugs into the socket. That's a small light. So, where do you think that door leads?
Straight to the hell?
Hello, yes. Can't they let you up there? You can't get up at all? They don't let you in. You bring the food? Okay, wait a bit. I'll be down there soon. Card needed. Do I take my ID card? No, I don't. No cell phone as well. I don't have anything. I mean, I'm stuck here or what? Staying here now, right? If I forget my card, that's it? I'm here? No escape! Okay, somebody's coming. Probably let us in. So, where do you think that door leads?
Straight to the hell?
The owner of this apartment bought this 160 square meter apartment. We started building it. He looked at it, he looked at the layout. It did not look right as he wanted. He was used to thousands of square meters. He thought I should have another place. So he bought another apartment.
Neighboring?
Yes, there's another apartment.
That's a turnaround.
Open the button and let's go.
Misha, don't you want to put your shoes on?
Well, I need shoes, yeah.
Vova. Why am I filming? Please tell me.
You've learned already.
To hold the tripod? Actually, Vova controls it. I'm just holding the tripod. So now I'll introduce you to the tripod holder.
We're still renovating here. This is the apartment.
Wow, let's jump right in. Listen, I can't ignore the builder's neatness. What a store display they have in here. I can't believe how accurate it is.
We have a really cool builders. They always make a handy drawer for themselves. Storage space on every object looks perfect.
That's the first time I've ever seen that. And these things are super time-saving.
Look how clean they all are. They're always clean. I won't show you this apartment yet. It's still under renovation. When we paint the walls at least, I'll show you what kind of apartment we have here. It's gonna be really cool, minimalistic, like awesome.